this is where I started to run into some issues that I thought I fixed but ended up not working out. So laying them on their side created a ton of bubbles because it was really hard to get the crayons to melt all the way since the pocket wasn't cut deep enough. So definitely a couple issues, and using a card scraper I was able to remove most of the crayons from the outside surface. It's kind of a tedious process and produced some really cool shavings, but it definitely could be a little bit easier. So the card scraper ended up leaving some tool marks in the actual crayons, so I thought that I'd just use a heat gun once over and do that. As you can see here, a bunch of bubbles started forming, and this is where things started to really go wrong. I thought I got it fixed and got everything in place and used some Total Boat tabletop epoxy over the top, and as you can see here, it's full of bubbles, which means that I didn't have the right temperature. Using a torch and a heat gun, I was able to get most of the bubbles out, but the crayons actually ended up creating their own bubbles from all of the bubbles that were underneath. So
this ice cream isn't actually melted, it's the opposite, it's not frozen yet. Sometimes if you're making lots of cakes, it's just easy to use our fresh ice cream because we make our ice cream fresh every day in each store. It saves you a lot of time of scooping and mixing, but also it makes it taste better because the ice cream is a lot fluffier. We also get our cakes sent in, we don't bake it here. They come in big sheets and we cut it to size that we need. This leads to the cakes being weirdly shaped sometimes, but it all works and you'll never know the difference. For this cake, she asked me to go crazy with the ganache. And so of course I came through and I did 3 layers of ganache on top. I would pour the ganache on top and then smooth it out with a spatula and then put it in the blast and then let it harden and do it all over again. Once I had 3 layers on, I added chocolate shavings and drizzled even more on top. I hope I answered most of your questions, but I know you guys have more, so please ask away. But